Has your soulmate become your cellmate?
Does black love still exist?
What are your bedroom turnoffs?
Fantasies and fetishes.
Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. There's something wrong with that.
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
This right here is because how dare you discard a narcissist? How dare you choose yourself? How dare you leave me and choose happiness for yourself? Literally, how dare you? No, but seriously, that's the reason why. Because when you leave a narcissist for whatever reason, when you discard a narcissist, you cause a narcissistic injury so huge and so tremendous that they will literally become super extremely vindictive towards you because of it. Because narcissists, like, we have these huge egos, and right there, that is one of the most damaging things that you can do to a narcissist is to cut them off, go no contact, discard them for whatever reason, no matter what the reason is. Like, a narcissist could literally cheat on you, and you can decide to pack yourself up and leave the narcissist, and they will be vindictive towards you and do stuff like this, damage your stuff, stalk you, do stuff like that to you. Because how dare you be mad at me for cheating on you, and you're the reason I cheated on you. Be safe.
Wow. What is going on, beautiful
people? Wow, that's Lee Hammock, right? The self-aware narcissist. And what he's basically saying is, if you get the narcissist before they get you, you really wound them. You really hurt them. That's that's a serious little video right there. Yikes. Tonight's topic is on fire. This is the second hour. We turned up. We got callers from all over the country who want to participate. Which should come first? Revealing your sexual history or your mental health history. And we're talking about how, waking up at one point and finding out that your partner has a personality disorder may be shocking, right? Especially if you've been with them for a while. And I guess they felt like they didn't have to bring it up, right? But should there be the same standard? Should the same standard be applied, I should say, to, mental health disclosures, just as there are sexual health disclosure standards, right? We want people that we're interested in to reveal their sexual history. Shouldn't we want them to reveal their mental health history as well? Again, tonight, the topic is crazy. We got not crazy, no pun intended. The topic is deep tonight. We got a lot of people in here. They want to talk about it. Oh, man. How can ego death serve as a transformative experience for individuals with narcissistic personality disorder? In what ways does Ross Rosenberg's work on codependency relate to the effects of ego death in individuals with BPD or NPD? Oh, goodness. Can the journey towards ego death exacerbate the core fears and insecurities of individuals with BPD? You say, well, what is BPD and what is that? Right? BPD, borderline personality disorder. For people with borderline personality disorder, you have something called splitting, which means a person has difficulty accurately assessing another individual or situation. It can lead to intensely polarizing views of others. For instance, they are either very good or very bad. That's the black and white thinking we was talking about. A person typically splits unconsciously without realizing it. So for many people, who are struggling with BPD, they are somewhat unaware. Some would say absolutely unaware of what's going on. They say the same thing about people who suffer from NPD, which is narcissistic personality disorder. Many narcissists are self-unaware. And I guess you could say the same thing for a person with BPD until they're diagnosed, until they go to therapy, and until they start working through it. How does a person with BPD act? People with borderline personality disorder may experience intense mood swings and feel uncertainty about how they see themselves. Their feelings for others can change quickly and swing from extreme closeness to extreme dislike. These changing feelings can lead to unstable relationships and emotional pain. For me, tell me. I need to know up front. Don't let me know. Do you get a pass for lying about yourself if you have a personality disorder? That's an interesting question. Hey, listen, let me get my brother Jay Anonymous back in here. Jay Anonymous, please give me your final thought, my friend.
Wow, you made it heavy. I had a final thought before you said a lot of what you just said. You give me a lot to think about. So, geez. I was going to walk it backwards. You said some other things that had me really understand more about borderline personality disorder. Because unconscious, it's like a muscle that you involuntarily, it just, quiggled or whatever. So it's a lot more ambiguity to it and some less of a intentionality with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that could be parallel to the will of God. We could wonder how that mingles up into that. That's a whole conversation way further down when we start figuring out different shit about it. But that's a lot to consider.
Right.
We talk about mental health. Because when you first started coming on and cooking, I was thinking about psychosexuality because psychology and sexuality run concurrently.
Right.
They have to work both. You have to consider both of those. Really.
I agree.
Intermingled.
I agree.
And then there's other things to consider too, octaves and stuff like things that also run concurrently with that too. And you went all the way to a borderline personality disorder.
Right.
It was a lot more where you said it had me really think about. I think it should be disclosed, and also I think it should be implied. I think people should have not necessarily the benefit of the doubt, but also have that factor, because how prevalent is mental health?
Jay Anonymous, we don't give the sexual side the benefit of the doubt. Now, do we? If you get with somebody and y'all decide to have unprotected sex and you wake up with the itchy and scratchy, right? You wake up with the itchy and scratchy, you're going to be mad. You're going to be heated because they did not reveal what they should have revealed. We're going to label them as not adults, right? We're going to be like, oh, you're not an adult. You're a really healthy, good people will let people know you're putting people's lives in danger. We're going to do all of that judgmental stuff, right? How come the same doesn't stand for the mental health history side? Hey, if I'm going to get your vag facts, right? You know how we say, give me the vag facts, right? If I'm going to get the vag facts, I'm going to need the soul facts on top of that. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
Come on, brother. I'm with you. Let's go.
Yeah, I think this is a blossoming conversation because it's more to consider when you think, and it's definitely nuance to a lot of this.
Absolutely.
Situation and discernment and know how to appraise the situation, stuff like that matters too.
Absolutely. Let me just say this, Jay Anonymous. I really appreciate your call, brother. You know, I don't let people just hang on and talk unless they got something to say. You did a great job. You brought the DMV in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. We got callers on the line. Let's get them in here. Who's been on the longest? Julia, Chicago. Get up in here.
Hey, what's up? How you doing today?
What's happening, Julius, man? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic? Talk to me.
Man, I think it's brilliant. I think it's informative, and I just want to thank you for letting me, get on the line and speak with you as far as getting the most information you can get for the relationships that you're about to get into. That is wisdom. That kind of sounds like one of our fathers or one of our mothers trying to prepare us for the brave new world of relationships, hoping idealistically that maybe we could, get married and have beautiful homes. And what I've come to find in my own experience and in my own, I guess, kind of estimation of things is that we all kind of got screwed to varying degrees. We look at, how in the economic system that we live in, times change to where you have both parents working in the home, and sometimes when it was an economic stress, maybe it was social friction or something where the man and the woman didn't get along, and so the kid is always navigating and building their wisdom chests by themselves, or taking a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and sometimes they miss lessons, and sometimes the tragedy is that we get wrong information. And so I think that because of some of that, each generation to varying degrees has all got screwed. So I guess I'm coming from, well, to specifically answer your question, definitely get all the information that you can get. But I'm coming from kind of like a hopeful advocacy type of perspective that says, I want to be an advocate for everybody almost, because, I look at marriage, talk about marriage, for example. You can go through all of the questions. Do you got a job? What's your history? What's your sexual history? How do you do your soul? But once you all come together and start building a life, whatever your background is, whatever your nuances of life, your strengths and your weaknesses are, all of that's going to be tried. So basically, it's almost like you're going through an NBA draft pick. You're trying to pick the best person psychologically, spiritually, the best person mentally, and everything. But once you get together, you're still going to go through the ringer of life. You're going to, deal with their father and mother issues. You're going to deal with how developed they are. Can they communicate? You're gonna deal with all of these different things.
No, you know what you're saying, Julius? You know what you're telling me?
Okay, what's up?
You dated the mannequin, and you woke up with the man or the woman, right? The woman dates a mannequin. After all this other stuff, you guys done got together, y'all done figured it out, y'all together, then you wake up to the man. The brother dates a mannequin, he wakes up after a few months to the woman, the person with all they stuff. And that's, listen,
this is true.
This is why I'm saying, this is why I said earlier, the first hour, listen, we spend most of the time doing this stylized social ritual. I'm attracted to you. Let's maintain the attraction. I like you. Let's protect us liking each other. But after so long, that's not necessary as much. I mean, it's still good. It's great. But we start to get to know each other because the truth of who we are starts to rise. The mannequin was fly in the beginning. The AI robot was dope in the beginning. But when I wake up to the real you, and the real you is mirroring the real me, that's when the real relationship starts. What are your thoughts?
Yes, and that's when, the work, has to be done. And I think inevitably, we can't forget some of the old lessons. I like to look at things comprehensively. I know we're doing a lot of psychologists and psychology, but I come from a spiritual perspective of things.
Come
and
with
I remember,
it. Listen, you got the radio on fire. You got the Barry White voice. I need you to speed up the timbre now. Come on.
All right, man. Thanks. Man, so I remember when the old folks said that God is a mind regulator and everything because, going through life, just being a child and everything, you didn't ask for the trauma that you experienced on your journey. Just being a man in the system, being a black man, a white man, whatever your particular thing is we all get these cuts, we get these wounds, we have these, varying degrees of talents and skills, to navigate life. But at the end of the day, that person that needs to progress and the person that's on the other end looking at the person saying you need to progress, I want to remind you to remember to reach out to God. Remember to pray to him, because at the end of the day, God is a healer. And in his word, those things can give us guidance. Those things can give us counsel. And seek out therapy. I would say seek out therapy. Seek out successful couples, in your community, maybe in your church or whatever. But there's something to be said of prayer, because there's so many things that could take the soul of a man or a woman and just put it in a blender and just tear it up. And when it gets tore up to that particular degree and everything, we could walk around with a mask. We may be able to contain it for a while, but eventually, like you were saying, it's going to come out. And maybe, my wife can't help me with that, or maybe my husband can't help me with that. And so in those particular times, we're going to have to have some faith and, do the old thing, take it out and get on our knees and, Father, touch me, heal me. I give this to you. And then also being able to communicate and talk about it like you're doing tonight. The thing about
wait before you monkey branch into another point, hold tight. Now, when we come back to Chicago, I just got one word for you, good brother, because you're cooking and I like what you're laying down. But I got one word for you, my brother, when we come back to get your final thought. That one word: brevity.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
Watch out! You got me!
The galaxy is safe once again.
In the pretend universe, kids play with pretend guns. In the real world, it's up to us to make sure they don't get their hands on a real gun. If you have a gun in the house, keep it locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
If you say you care about the community, you have to also care about the climate. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got your black.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. Pro Football Hall of Famer and urban peace pioneer Jim Brown believed in just that. So he founded the Amera I Can Foundation for Social Change in 1988, focusing on at-risk and high-risk youth in underserved schools and juvenile detention facilities, as well as adult incarceration and reentry initiatives. The core of the Amera I Can program is its 15-chapter life skills curriculum. Mastery of these skills allows individuals to meet their academic potential, conform their behavior to acceptable societal standards, and improve the quality of their lives by equipping them with what they need to confidently and successfully contribute to society. Today, the foundation is led by its president, Monique Brown, who has been actively involved in the organization for more than 25 years. The Amera I Can Foundation continues its work in memory of its founder, actor, philanthropist, and NFL legend Jim Brown. To get involved or make a donation, please visit AmeriICanCommunity.partners. That's AmeriICanCommunity.partners. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I just feel sad when I think of love. And this is the saddest day I'm going through. Even though I know that it's all because of me, I can't believe that you would go away and leave me so lonely. I'm trying to hold my head and live inside of all this pain. I need to feel your touch, your tender kiss, so that I can breathe again. You gotta forgive me if you feel I'm going wrong.
Sometimes when a person seeks a romantic partner, they may find themselves rejected because of a deal breaker. That is a condition or trait that a potential lover will not overlook. How do mental disorders rank when compared to other well-known deal breakers? Research tells us that certain mental disorders and mental health symptoms are likely to be considered a deal breaker when people are looking for love. For example, anger, anxiety, narcissism, substance use disorder, and any type of psychotic disorder, like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder. The strength of these deal breakers is about the same as other well-known deal breakers like poor hygiene, being unemployed, and having a sexually transmitted disease. The good news is that mental disorders typically do not represent a significant deal breaker for friendship, so it may be possible to form a friendship first and then hope it can grow into a romantic relationship down the road.
Listen, maybe when I was in my 20s, like, all right, cool, we try to work through it. Okay, we try to figure it out, boo, we young, we can discover things. No, not at this age. Let me know. I want to know. I'm going to walk. I'm not afraid to lose people. I'm going to walk in early and say, who's in the line? I want to know what's in the blood, the generations. What y'all got? What y'all got on the medical side? What y'all got on the psychological side? I need to know. What's your attachment style? Listen, we at Starbucks having latte. This is early on in the game. This is the latte stage. What's your attachment style? I don't know. I don't even know what that is. Hey, let's play a game. Oh, my mother was a drunk, or my mother was addicted, or okay. There's anger issues in the family. I got them. Right? We had, terrible communication, right? Yeah. There was abuse. There was selfishness. There was infidelity, right? I need to know what's going on, right? I need to know. And if we get to the space of there's schizophrenia, there's BPD, there's NPD, we start getting into the deep waters, Come on, man. It doesn't matter how attractive somebody is. If you don't have the skill set, if you're not equipped, right, to co-regulate and manage a relationship with somebody that's dealing with that, right? And you are, so, and listen, and stop trying to make codependents into heroes. Because many codependents will flip around and be like, well, I'm an empath. Okay, but there's a dark empath too, all right? And don't act like you're not attracted to the disaster that this person is. Huh? Can we just, codependents always try to flip it like, no, I'm the hero. No, stop. You like a mess. You okay with a mess. Just can we be real this evening? Julius, get back in here. You got 30 seconds to give me your final thought. Let's go.
Yeah, you said something very significant that if you're not equipped with the skills and the skills, the heart, the higher power to be able to deal with certain personality types, then maybe you should know when to back out. Maybe you should know when to quit. Because, it could end in disaster, in various forms. But if you find yourself in a situation, I would say, and with the will to fight, with the heart to fight, then I would say call on God, and I would say get in the scriptures. I would say utilize the therapy that you all could have. And
that's it, brother. I said 30 seconds now. You was going to keep it going. I see you. Hey, Julius, thank you, man. We appreciate it. You brought Chicago in the building. He said, call on God. All right, then. Somebody better call on somebody because I ain't dealing with it no more. When we come forward, the voice of reason shall continue this august discussion.
It's all because of you. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. 3 people were shot at a Ramadan event in West Philadelphia. Police say hundreds were at the event at a park and 5 people have been arrested. Philadelphia Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel said the victims are recovering and the majority of people at the event were good law-abiding citizens. He added a child was injured during the police response. It's unclear what led to the gunfire. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump is representing Donald Armstrong's family after Miami police shot Armstrong, who was charged with aggravated assault, despite video evidence suggesting otherwise. Crump, who is black, argues Armstrong, suffering a mental health crisis, was showing he was unarmed when tased and then shot, including after falling, indicating excessive force. Crump is demanding the charges be dropped. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
NexGard Plus, Afoxalon or Moxidectin and Pyrantel chewable tablets, is the one you want for your dog's monthly protection. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Ask your veterinarian about NexGard Plus Chews today.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Hi, I'm Tavis Smiley.
And I'm Captain Mayor Emma Sharif.
You have no doubt been hearing promos and expert conversations on our various weekday shows and downloading details at KBLA1580.com about our climate justice campaign, which is now in full effect.
The city of Compton is pleased to partner with KBLA Talk 1580 to celebrate Earth Day 2024 as we serve, share, and help our city shine.
And KBLA Talk 1580 is just as excited to join the city of Compton as we broadcast live live and bring our KBLA delegation with us to help clean and beautify our community, and you are invited to join us.
Come meet us on Saturday, April the 20th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at 212 West Cypress Street in Compton as we fan out to clean up our city.
The first 50 KBLA listeners to hit our website at KBLA1580.com will receive a free KBLA tee when you join us on Saturday morning, April 20th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at 212 West Cypress Street in Compton. Now, no show, no shirt, but sign up at KBLA1580.com right now to help us clean up Compton as part of Earth Day 2024.
We will see you on Saturday, April the 20th, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at 212 West Cypress Street in the city of Compton to do our part for Earth Day 2024.
We are KBLA Talk 1580, caring about the climate, caring about the community, cleaning up Compton.
Hey LA, be an eco-friendly hero. Join LADWP's Power Savers program and use your smart thermostat to help ease strain on the electric grid during peak electric demand. You'll save electricity while you lower your bill. Plus, as a power saver, you can get up to $185 in prepaid gift cards. Don't have a smart thermostat? No problem. Shop and sign up at ladwp.com/Power Savers program. That's ladwp.com/Power Savers program. To help combat climate change, LADWP is helping neighborhoods have better access to electric vehicles by awarding nearly $130 million in EV rebates to customers just like you. From big savings on used EVs to building new charging plazas, LADWP is charging ahead to help all Angelinos experience the benefits of EVs. Get rebates of up to $4,000 for a used EV and $1,750 for a charger. Learn more at ladwp.com/EV. That's ladwp.com/EV.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
JP Morgan Chase is building on the investments in California and around the country to help close the racial wealth gap and build a more equitable future. As part of JP Morgan Chase commitment, they are taking action to help improve financial wealth and access to banking in the Black community, helping more people open low-cost checking and savings accounts, hosting community seminars with supporting Black-led institutions by building awareness about financial investments, hiring community managers, and opening community center branches like Crenshaw, Inglewood, and downtown LA. Visit today, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity. Again, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity. Get the tools to help reach your financial goals. Visit today, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity. Again, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care,
All right, so this is actually the next video in our advice series where I answer different questions or give advice on scenarios that are submitted by you, our audience. Okay, so the question that was submitted was, I am drowning at work and I fear that I will have no choice but to disclose my illness to my employer. I'm wondering what the best way is to do this. Do you have any experience with this? What is the process like? So great question. And I think this is something that a lot of people who are dealing with chronic illnesses, especially mental illnesses, struggle with, where, when their mental illness starts to impact their workplace or their work life, the question around disclosure can come up. So if you decide that you do want to disclose, I will provide some tips for that and also share about some of my own experiences with doing so. So it's gone a multitude of different ways for me in terms of disclosing to employers in different situations. So the first time that I disclosed to an employer that I was dealing with mental health struggles, I didn't get into the nitty-gritty, but I just kind of let them know that I was dealing with mental health struggles. They were very accommodating and they asked what kind of accommodations I needed and how we could work together. And we had really great open communication about that. The next time I disclosed to an employer, though, when issues were coming up and I needed some time off work because of mental health struggles, it went a very different way. And I kind of got pushed out of the job because I was having mental health struggles. They didn't necessarily explicitly let me go or fire me, but they kind of pushed me to resign on my own by, kind of making me feel bad about keeping a spot with them. So I'm going to give some tips to hopefully avoid this and hopefully come out with the best possible experience in terms of disclosing to your employer. So my first tip is just to have it very clear in your mind how you want to present your mental illness or your struggles or whatnot to your employer, and having it very clear in your mind how you want to formulate what you are presenting to them and what you are bringing forward to them. The second tip being to have some, education about it. So do your own research into what exactly the diagnosis means, or being able to provide resources and whatnot if your employer has any questions about the illness. The third tip is to know in your mind before you go in what kind of accommodations may be helpful for you. So some examples of these can include, maybe having reduced work hours, or having everything that your boss communicates with you in written format. Or maybe it's asking.
So, you know what I find amazing about what she's saying? That's somebody with mental health issues that has a plan and a strategy for effective communication. If it applies for work, right, the rules may be a little different for, say, an intimate relationship, but the structure can be used. You can use the structure of, I'm going to sit down with my partner and really get serious about who I am and what I am and how we deal with it and how we move forward. Don't let your disorder become your excuse, right, for not being a good human being, right? Because, listen, depending on what it is, though, let's just go back, depending on what that is. But at the end of the day, don't hide behind it. You got narcissists who will never reveal what they are. And I'm talking about self-aware narcissists who will never reveal. They will never apologize. They will never tell the truth. They will never reveal any of the mess that they do in order to keep you stuck. They will never acknowledge it. And this is why I say revealing your mental health history is just as important as revealing your sexual history, right? Just as important, if not more. Well, yeah, if not more. I think, hey, if not more. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason has been on complete fire. We got callers from all over the country. I want to roll through these callers quick. Let's get him in here. Sean, Oakland, California. You're on the 15-year anniversary of the VOR show. Talk to me, brother.
Hey, brother, first of all, congratulations. And I have to always give a shout out to Andy, who keeps this thing running smoothly.
Yes, sir.
You're so fortunate because that guy right there, man, he's amazing. And so, when it comes to narcissists, and maybe I'm not getting the gist of everything here, but hopefully I will, which is, women can be narcissists too. Women can be narcissists too, and they are. But that's probably not the majority of narcissists, right? But, hey, the whole point about a narcissist is they don't care about anybody else, nobody else except themselves. There's no empathy. There's no nothing for anybody else. They're just trying to keep themselves afloat, all right? Whether it be a male or female, it doesn't matter. They're just trying to keep themselves afloat. They don't care about any. They don't go back and say, how can I make this work better for our relationship? No, it's just, how can I make it work better for me? So that's my 2 cents on this, but I am so happy to be on your, show on this day because I'll tell you what, Zoe, you're helping people in these relationships.
I hope so.
I mean, you are.
I hope so. Where is LA? I want to help LA. I don't know. We've been at KBLA for 2 years now. I want LA to get in here too. LA, y'all been a little timid. There's some timidity. I want you to get in here. Brother, I appreciate you, Sean. You brought Oakland, California in the building. You know you're welcome anytime you want to get in here. Listen, I want to talk to y'all. If let me read this to you. Common splitting borderline personality disorders, the symptom or disorder symptoms include sudden mood swings. When someone is in a splitting episode, it can cause rapid and dramatic changes in mood, unstable emotions, and impulsive behavior. They might instantly become furious or thrilled, even if they felt the opposite way before. Now, if I'm with somebody, I would want them to tell me, yo, I have sudden mood swings, right? There's drastic changes in my behavior, depending on people, relationships, situations, I idealize and I devalue, I'm expecting my partner to always take my side while I may take someone else's side. I use extreme language, criticism. You understand? Listen, tell me what you are. And I know it's hard for you to do that because there's a lot of judgment out here. You can't tell everybody I know. But at some point, you're going to have to start living with the truth of who you are and giving 2 shakes of a fat rat's tail about what anybody thinks. And I know it's hard to get you to that space, but you might have to get to that space so you can stand in your truth and be able to convey it to help other people avoid it. When we come forward, the phone line shall continue.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month. If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your Senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
It's the celebration of a living legend. It's the Farewell Tour. It's Maze featuring Frankie Beverly.
Thank you for the love to the
Also featuring the soul icon, Anthony Hamilton. Plus, After 7. It's a Mother's Day celebration, May 12th in the Kia Forum. In commemoration, come in your all white. Get tickets at Ticketmaster. Presented by the Black Promoters Collective.
Fight climate change. This Earth Day, April 22nd, go Metro and ride for free. You'll make a difference. Metro buses run on clean energy, making every day Earth Day. Together, we can clear the air and connect our communities. Start your journey at metro.net.
Helping to broaden your political and moral imagination with our 2024 Climate Justice Campaign. We're KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment. LA's 99 neighborhood councils form the grassroots level of the Los Angeles city government. The system was created to connect LA's diverse communities to City Hall. While neighborhood council board members are volunteers, they are also public officials elected to office by the members of their community. Neighborhood councils advocate on issues like homelessness, housing, land use, emergency preparedness, public safety, parks, transportation, and sustainability. They also provide local expertise on the delivery of city services to their various communities. Neighborhood councils are open to participation by anyone who is a part of the fabric of daily life in said community. This includes those who live, work, or own property or a business. If you are interested in stepping up to join your local neighborhood council, visit www.empowerla.org. That's empowerla.org. It's time to think globally, but act locally. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Never thought that we would ever be more than friends. Now I'm all confused, 'cause for you I have deeper feelings. We both thought it was cool to cross the line, and I was convinced it would be alright. Now things are strange, nothing's the same, and really I just want my friend back.
Hey, turn this off. Listen, I don't want to be crazy. I don't want to be half crazy. Oh, no, I'm tired of crazy now. No, sir, I don't want crazy. I'm sorry. I deserve better than crazy. How about that? I don't mean no offense. But people are always wondering, how do I get what I get? You know, you get what you get because you are who you are. Nobody really wants to accept that. But it's really the truth. It's really the truth. You are what you are, and you're going to get what you are every single time until you change. The great Krishnamurti said, you want to change the world? First, start with yourself. Change yourself. You know what I'm changing about me? I'm going to stop pouring for the sake of pouring. Oh, you look empty. You look like you need some juice. Let me pour. No more of that. I got to be invited to pour. You got to invite me. Would you please pour into me? And then I'm going to say, what's your attachment style? You understand? I'm not offering nothing. Yeah. Would you please? I need some pouring into. Would you please? Okay, I got a vase over here and a pitcher and some ice. I got it right here. But what's your attachment style? Who raised you? I don't care how much money you got. Who raised you? Let's get these callers up in here. Let's go. Attila, Houston, Texas. Let's get it.
Uncle Zoe, how are you?
What up?
Man, loving the topic, of course, of course, of course. Um, so there's been some really, really good comments in the chat. I can't even really remember all of them. But I wanted to say, like, so I think someone in here kind of like conflated bipolarism with the BPD. They overlap. They're not exactly the same.
Yes, there's an
Um,
overlap between bipolar personality disorder and borderline personality disorder. They overlap, but they're not exactly the same. Go ahead. Sorry.
Correct, correct, correct. The other part about narcissism, right? So I think a lot of people are kind of concerned about trying to watch out for narcissism without looking within and wondering like what traits of you are attracting them. So that also is very important. If
Ross,
you attracted
Ross,
someone
Ross
who's quote unquote
Rossenberg, right? Right.
right,
You got to get
correct, yes,
Ross
the
Rossenberg's
SOB.
book, The Human Magnet Syndrome, so you can
Mhm.
find out if you're a narcissist magnet. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. And then also, there's the spiritual component. Eo brought up a really, really good point about malevolent family members. Man, I cannot tell you. When you allow family members to speak into your life for the sake of speaking, I believe it sets you up for this type of dynamic immediately. And I say that because it's not only the words that people speak over you, it's the words that they don't say that affect your outlook on yourself and other people.
Wait,
And
Attila,
so,
that's big. Are you
yes,
saying not only can a person's word speak over you, but a person's energy can speak over you too?
absolutely,
Ooh, that's heavy.
absolutely. As much as I'm about to, I hope my family don't
But
come for me.
listen, you got to
As
wrap it
much
up
as,
because we got full lines. You got to wrap it up, sweetie. Give it to me
all
right
right,
now.
all right, let me wrap it up. Let me wrap it up. All right, look, people, look, I'm just gonna say this. Pray over yourself, pray over your folks. I know we kind of joked about prayer, but it does work. It is powerful, but only if your thoughts are aligned with it. So that's it.
I agree with you. Thank you, love. We appreciate you, Attila, Houston, Texas. Let's keep it rolling. Ia from Inglewood, get in here.
Peace and blessings. Happy and congratulations on the 15 years.
Yes, man.
Thank you, Atala, for sharing what I shared in the group. I was definitely speaking to the spirit of things because sometimes it is a malevolent spirit that is on an individual and they are unable to see that energy. So it's definitely imperative for us to do that internal work as well as learning how to cleanse ourselves off, whether through spiritual baths, taking Epsom salt baths, whatever it may be. Because this day-to-day life, yes, people's energy, they may not say anything, but they may be side-eyeing you. There's a book that I recommended in the book in the chat called The Spirit of Intimacy by Sabon Fu Some, and it talks about community and it talks about even the Dagara tradition. And in the Dagara tradition out of Ghana, West Africa, it talks about how mental illness is not even frowned upon, but it's seen as people being
More
spiritualists
connected.
or
Yeah.
shamans. Yes,
Yeah. More
they're more
connected.
connected.
Yeah.
But when it's not in control, that's when it's malevolent, and it begins to affect with people that are not able to see themselves, and then it causes them, as you said, sometimes you come into contact with this experience to see parts of yourself that you need to work on to not attract that type of energy. But we always have to look at our bloodline, and sometimes it is swept under the rug when it comes to our bloodline. And this is the importance of ancestral work as well as internal work with our ego, our inner child, and our higher self. We can't forget our higher self, but if we can't tap in because we're holding on to inner child pain, adolescent pain, or even the things that we've done as adults, we can never grow and heal as a collective.
Man, I love Inglewood. Inglewood in the building. Ia. We appreciate the call. Only 3 minutes left. LS, you got to keep it short and sweet. Hawthorne in the house. Talk to me, LA.
Well, happy 15th anniversary to you, though.
Thank you.
So I'm
Thank
going to say
you.
it quick. Thank you. Say thank you. I appreciate you. Since I found this show and your content, it has truly helped me. And of course, I'm going to lead with the understanding. Yes, it would be nice if someone discloses everything to you up front, but I agree with what the other guy said that you should give time. Just as before, like you share yourself with someone, it's better to invest time. But I guess narcissists are very good at keeping up an act for a certain period of time. So then I guess you just have to go into yourself and say, regardless of whatever the person has, if it's a sickness, if it's the mental illness, physical, like whatever it is, it's a sickness, right? Mental, physical, whichever, it's a sickness.
Right.
Who are you? Are you a person that is showing up as a genuine, authentic person and you said you care about them? Are you going to bear all with them? Or is it like, hey, this is not what I signed up for? And if you're that type of person, you are going to have a hard time making it with anybody. Because as soon as something shows up that you don't like, you run it.
Yeah.
And you're using it as the excuse for not trying to work anything out. So escapism is a wonderful way to act like they did this, they did that, and so I left. But if you cared and you love, you have emotional intelligence, spiritual maturity, you can do better.
Man, LS Houston, hey, Hawthorne, California. The ladies called in at the end and set it off. We appreciate everybody. We started the conversation. You finish it. We're not right about any of this information, but we did start a very powerful conversation. I want you guys to continue it out in the world. Tomorrow is my Friday. Stay tuned for another slapper. The VOR is up out of here, but you know who's next. Tavis on the 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. I'll holla.
Sway